on the gas. Good morning, everyone. Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. Before we get into today's adventure, Ashley's here.
Hi, guys.
Yay, Ashley's here.
Yay.
We have a few announcements, one of them being that a new Dropping Knowledge podcast episode just went live. I have been promising that this would make a comeback for the longest time, but if you guys don't know, I have a podcast. It's called Dropping Knowledge. It's on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, now on Spotify, and there's a video element on YouTube. So I'll leave a link for the channel right up there in the corner. Go check it out if you like long-form content. Ashley and I sat down after creating an entire new podcast setup, and we talked about, I don't even know what.
Tattoos and a deaf dog.
Yeah, you guys asked her a bunch of questions, and I just riddled her with questions for about an hour. Second thing on the list is that new Side Productions products are going to be hitting the store tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. We have the camo button-up shirts, which I can't wear today because it's too cold, but perfect for summer. And then we also have an exclusive Satvan design, which you guys will see on the store tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully you guys like that stuff. All that stuff, again, is exclusive, and we're releasing new products every month, so it's the perfect attire for getting outdoors and going and exploring stuff. What is that, dude?
It just came out of my hair.
Where did that come from?
My hair. I think I might be dying.
Ugh. Get that out of here.
I got it for you.
No, throw it outside. No, outside.
No, you can't do that.
All right.
Because then the birds get it and it's bad luck.
Okay, well, put it in the trash. So, speaking of adventuring, what did we do yesterday?
Drove the Razor.
You drove the Razor.
I drove the Razor.
A little bit. Almost drove off the trail one time, but we're not going to talk about that.
Nope, just gonna skip right over that.
So we are down here again where I left off in the last video when I took the Razor up Mount Blanca. What Ashley and I did yesterday was the exact same thing. I let her drive a little bit.
Except then we got to the point that you couldn't drive anymore.
Right. So we took the Razor up to that point that was a little bit too sketchy to do alone, and again, we didn't do it, but I parked the Razor there, and then we hiked about 1.5 miles up to Lake Como, and this is how that went. Almost. Well, we've made it. The sun is going down and it is freezing. This behind us right here is Lake Como. It was about like 1.5 miles from where we parked the Razor, and the sun is setting in about 50 minutes, so
I gotta book it.
we gotta book it.
Book it. Gotta move my little leg.
That was nice to see.
It was beautiful.
See you next time. Now today, what are we doing?
Going to the dunes.
Yeah, so the Sand Dunes National Park is down the road over there. Ashley has never been there. Bless you.
Doing great.
I've been there a bunch. I've been to ZAPATTA Falls a bunch too, and like I mentioned, I camp here all the time, so I guess let's go do that.
Let's do it.
Alright guys, we've made it to the dunes. What are you doing? We made it to the dunes and it is super windy, but we're at the dunes at a unique time of year where all of the snow melt is coming down from the mountains and it creates like a little river that runs between where we're parked right now and then where you can actually start hiking up the dunes. When it's as windy as it sounds like it is outside, it's literally a sandstorm. You're just getting blasted with sand the entire time. So we're gonna go out here and try to hike.
Kind of sandstorm?
That kind of sandstorm. We're gonna go out here and try to hike a little bit. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna leave this camera here, bring a smaller camera that's easier to hike with.
Awesome.
Let's just play music. We are 1 mile in, parked way back there. But now we gotta climb this. 1.25 miles later, and we made it. It is so windy. Well, we made it back, but the footage might have been cut a little short because the wind was whipping so hard we may have lost a camera.
Rip.
In that experience. Not the first time this has happened, but my little Adventure G7X. There's sand caked into this thing. The lens will not open properly or close properly. Hopefully I'll be able to clean it out somehow. Might be toast for this little guy though, which is a bummer. What'd you think of your first time at the dunes?
That was awesome. That was so cool. I don't think I've ever done anything like that.
First time for everything.
Are you ready?
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Yum.
Look at that sock.
Woo!
Ugh. Now it's still pretty early, but there isn't a whole lot to do in the national park other than see the dunes and hike them like we did. There is a pass that you can go over. Can't take the razor over it. Can't pull the razor over it in the van. So we're probably gonna hang out for a little bit. Oh man, it's so windy. We're probably gonna hang out for a bit, make some lunch, and then, I don't know, find the next adventure. Next stop, coming in hot, we are at the parking area for ZAPATTA Falls. This is like a routine that I go through when I come here. BLM land, sand dunes. What are you doing?
Trying to fix the chair. It's not going well.
And then ZAPATTA Falls. I'm assuming it would still be frozen because it's pretty cold out and windy and everything, but I guess we're gonna find out. It looks like they're doing a ton of construction here back this road, and this road is terrible. I lost a shackle here in an old video from the front of my bumper. But luckily we have the razor today, so we're gonna pull that out after lunch and we're gonna let Ashley drive. Yes. Hopefully we don't die. Show the people what we're doing for food in the van now. Making our lives way easier.
So much easier.
This is what we talked about on the podcast, getting healthier and stuff. We just have like meal prep meals.
Like, look at this.
For the entire week. Ooh. What is that one?
Chicken tikka masala.
So we're having some Indian food for lunch. Chicken tikka masala. We literally just throw these in the microwave for like 2.5 minutes and they're ready. No dishes. All we use are forks, and you can keep and reuse the little plastic containers if you want to do that in the future. So this makes our lives way easier while we're on the road. No more cooking montages for those of you who like to see us cook in the van, but actually here, this is the cooking montage.
Are you ready?
In the microwave. 230. Boom.
Coming in hot.
Such a great cook.
Slaved over the microwave for you.
Thank you. Ooh, it's hot. Looks pretty bomb though.
Welcome to Testies,
Where we test stuff out and tell you how it is.
What are we doing today?
Today we're testing chicken tikka masala.
This'll work. Ding ding.
Mmm.
It's so good.
Healthy. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, it is go time in the razor now. I got this thing sitting over here. Ready to rock. I should talk about one thing that I put on my Instagram story just last week. I broke the van, and I broke it pretty good. It has since been fixed, but my right rear shock completely sheared off this bolt here because it's a single shear bolt, and it actually caught on the brake line. Luckily it didn't swing down and rub on the pavement. And apparently this is a common thing with sprinters, especially if you are off-roading them as much as I have. So luckily I found a local shop who was able to extract the bolt, put a new one in there, new bushing, new sleeve, and Sat van is ready to go again. I had a few questions about that, and I figured I might as well fill you guys in on what happened to the van while I was not actually filming. Another question that people have been asking me is, how does the Sprinter van pull a trailer with a razor? It's not that bad. So this right here is a triple wide ATV trailer. So you can put one here, one in the middle, and then one all the way up front. This is one of the only trailers that can handle the width of the razor, which is why I went with this one. It is metal, which is very nice. This thing should last me a long time. And then up here, the hitch and everything is pretty standard. Just got a regular 2-inch ball there for the coupler. I had to put a little adapter on here to transition to the little 4-pin. That way I have brake lights and turn signals. And then we got the typical pivot wheel here. Got a spare, which, is that loose or is that how it's supposed to be? Nope, that's good. It is a single axle and there are no brakes on here, so a double axle with brakes would probably be more ideal. However, it would also be a little bit overkill because the razor is not that heavy. Look at you, ready to go.
Ready.
I also have my Sprinter van tuned, so I'm making about 80 more horsepower and 100 foot-pounds of torque over a stock V6 turbo diesel. So it pulls just fine, no complaints at all, and I typically leave the rear camera on all the time, that way I can see what's going on back there. So that's that, that's towing with the Sprinter. Look at you, just taking charge here. So this trail up to another parking area at the top of ZAPATTA Falls here, there's actually a campground up there. It's passable in the van, but they're doing construction and I'd rather not pull the RZR up there. We got this thing, we might as well use it, right? For the record, do as I say, not as I do. I should be wearing a helmet. I unfortunately only have one right now. I gotta get Ashley a helmet, so she's driving, I'll let her wear that and I'll just hold on and hope I don't die. Again, wear a helmet when you're riding. How was that?
Yeah, dog.
Ooh,
Oh.
gotta censor that.
Heck yeah, dog.
Heck yeah, dog.
Freaking heck yeah.
Freaking heck yeah, dude.
Shoot dang. Shoot dang, that was a lot of fun.
So good news is that they are grading this road now. It was terrible before, but it seems like it's gonna be much easier for people to come up here and get access to the falls, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Hopefully people still respect all the trails. Now we got like a 1.5 mile hike. Again, hike number 3 in 24 hours. We're doing great.
Is it a similar 1.5 mile hike as yesterday?
It's easier.
Oh, thank God.
And it's not as high of elevation.
My lungs, thank you.
I think out of all of the outdoor activities, hiking is probably my least favorite.
Whereas it's my favorite. So, here we are.
Well, you were the one complaining. Oh, I got sand in my eyes. Oh, I can't breathe. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Oh, it doesn't work.
As per usual, I'm behind.
The dunes. We're a little bit higher in elevation than the dunes.
Seriously?
Yeah, a lot higher. You can't feel that? You're not out of shape. We're just at 9,182 feet.
Ah.
And climbing. It is definitely not frozen. I was here 2 months ago and this was completely frozen. Well, it's no longer frozen. We used to be able to walk right up to that chunk of ice right there. It's flowing again.
What a beautiful day.
What'd you think of the falls?
You're so pretty.
about 3.5 hours later, we are all the way up in the Rampart mountain ranges, still in Colorado. And we came up a gnarly road. It looked like that on Google Maps. I guess I can bring you guys a video of us going back down it here. The reason we're going back down is because the road is still closed. We were trying to get up to the Devil's Head Lookout Tower. It's closed, the road is closed. They start to judge when they can reopen it, April 1st, and it's snowing right now, so they're obviously not opening it anytime soon. So from here, I guess we're just gonna head back down and make dinner, probably camp somewhere urban tonight, or just go straight back up to the place where I keep the razor stored.
The van is thrashed right now. You gonna clean it for me?
And on that note,
the razor was not obviously this muddy or dirty, but things change, you know?
All right, we're gonna head down and then probably call it for the day. Check out this road though. How's that for towing with the van?
wasn't bad.
Single lane road, it was muddy for miles there. Switchback like single lane tightness. So my van is gonna tow better than just a stock Sprinter van. I think stock this would come with like a 5,000 pound towing limit, 500 pound tongue weight, but because I've upgraded literally everything that you could probably upgrade on a Sprinter van other than the brakes, I'm gonna have a little bit more capabilities, but I can say that it tows the Razor pretty well.
I did.
We adventured.
Sadie did good.
3 hikes.
3 hikes in one day.
3 hikes in 24 hours. That was
Yeah.
pretty good. If you guys have any questions about towing with a Sprinter van or a Revel or anything comparable, let me know in the comments down below. And check out the podcast that Ashley and I did right up there in the corner. Again, we're going to be doing the same episode up there, but reverse. So she's going to be asking me questions from your comments on videos and Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's all. New side products dropping tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.